We are recording, so welcome. So glad to have you guys joining us. I am excited to be on this call with you tonight and just excited to share my heart with you from being at corporate last week, which was incredible. I hope you saw the pictures. It is an amazing, just gorgeous building, first of all, humongous. I mean, so much room for growth. There are offices that are empty. There are cubicles that are empty, huge sections of the building that are empty, ready to be brought in, ready for new people, ready for more growth. There were training teams that were going in. There were more people being trained for customer service, which was great. And then others just being trained throughout different parts of the company. They're constantly growing and advancing in all different parts of the company, which is fantastic. We met with all the executives, which was really nice to see them just come in and be real people, which, you know, is just, it's not normal to have your CEO and your CFO, your president come in and just shaking hands and, you know, just hanging out with people, which they were. Tarl was not there. He was in Australia. But Alec, our president, was there, and he came in every single day, and he listened to stories and got teary-eyed. He is just a real, genuine person. Marianne, who's the executive VP over leadership, was incredible and so real. I just can't even explain to you how normal everybody was, how I felt like I belonged there, but at the same time, I was like, what am I doing here? This is so weird. Like, I don't understand how this happened. So I know the same is going to happen for all of you. We're just normal people doing our thing and helping, and all of a sudden, it becomes this. I don't even know how to explain it. It was incredible. Before I get into the details, I want to remind you, we have a 7-day challenge going on right now, and it started today. Today is the first day. And we already have people saying how much they love the drink, how excited they are. So if you are in that group, go ahead and start commenting and just engage with people, because that's the whole purpose of the group, is for everyone to connect, for everyone to engage, and for all our new potentials to feel like they're a part of a family, feel like they're, you know, understood and valued. And then they want to join, they want to be more involved, they want to be a part of what we have going on. So comment, like, post, share selfies, whatever it is in that group to show that you're a part of this as well. And we're a big group doing this together. We have a Facebook party tomorrow night at 9 Eastern. And if everybody isn't in that, go get yourself added, ask your upline to add you, or comment on the post. And then you can invite family and friends to find out more about Plexus. It's all posts that are written out that are going to explain our products. They're going to explain the business. They're going to show testimonies, and then just allow people to engage, again, to ask questions, to get more information. And they're always super successful. We have so many people who have new ambassadors who join under them, new customers who join with them, just because, you know, a team of us all work together to give them information. So that is great. We have multiple contests that just ended. And so I have not forgotten about you, but the beginning of the month is crazy, and I didn't want to put like 17 posts in our team page today. So I am going to give contest winners tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. There were a lot of different contests going on. And then last week, I'm so thankful, Liza did an incredible job with a new ambassador training. And so if you have not seen that, I'm going to be posting that in my team page tonight. So when I post this, I will also post that training from last week at the same time. It is great. Everyone needs to go back and watch it or rewatch it. It definitely helps you to know what to do as a new ambassador, but even more importantly, what to do with your new ambassadors, because you're only going to be new once, but you're going to have many new ambassadors join your team in the future, and you want to know how to help them, every single one of them, as they join. So many thanks to Liza. It was awesome. Glad to have her to help me with that. Okay, corporate stuff. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. So it's just going to be like a rambling of information I got this week. We have an average of 50,000 orders going out every single day through our shipping department. That is crazy. 5 years ago, one of the men who stood in front of us was doing all the shipping, was doing all the customer service, and answering emails. One guy 5 years ago. Now we have 50,000 orders every single day. That's insane. And, we've had some shipping issues. We all know about that. And they came in and spoke very positively. And I think some of you have already seen that shipping has done a massive turnaround where we have a website that we can go to track orders, where we have the ability to go in and see where an order is beyond just our normal tracking, and things are starting to turn around in 24 to 48 hours. So I think that we are getting to a really good place, and they're really, really excited. They're adding new employees in the shipping department constantly. They're adding what I think is huge. They're adding quality control to make sure the right products are getting out to the right people, which is enormous. A cool thing they said was March of 2016, so last month, was the highest sales volume we have ever had, and at the same time, we have the highest reserves as a company that we've ever had. So I know a lot of people have had a little bit of a fear, like, man, they are just messing up left and right, and they're having to reship things. They're having to send products again. And, they're having these delays. They're having this 15% off. But with all of that, they still have the highest reserves. So the highest amount of money they're holding on to, cash, ready to use ever in the entire history of the company. So that's huge. I mean, we are financially very, very, very secure. And that's a great thing to be. Let me see. I love the corporate vision that was shared over and over again, that we are not successful until everyone who wants to be successful is. So, for instance, they're saying everyone in this room, when they were talking to Jules, none of you should hold yourself as successful until everyone in your team who wants to be a Jewel is a Jewel. And I love that mentality that this is not for me, and this is not for just a few who have gotten to the top of the company. This is for everyone. And we want every single person. If you want to be a Jewel in this company, it is our job to help you to do that. Success does not come until all of us are in Hawaii. All of us are driving the Lexus. All of us are, in those leadership trainings. And they really mean it. I mean, they wholeheartedly believe that it's for everyone. And I love that. I think that's incredible. Something else they said, for welcome kits, I hope everybody tells their new ambassadors to buy a welcome kit. Don't ever tell someone to join and just skip over buying the welcome kit and just buy your products. Everyone needs a welcome kit. And you might think, well, they're just going to be a wholesale ambassador. They don't want to sell anything. They don't need a welcome kit. They do. And here was a great example of why. One of the reasons they gave is because when you open up one of those brochures, hopefully all of you have looked through your welcome kit. When you open the brochure and you just start skimming through the different ways we get paid or how people's lives have been changed, then a lot of people stop and they think, man, maybe I could have this too. Something they didn't even know they wanted. And now all of a sudden they're looking at this beautiful brochure and they're thinking, oh my gosh, I totally could have this as well. And so it's inspiring to people to look through the success kit. So don't steal that from them. Give them that opportunity, because they were saying that it's amazing the number of people who have taken that success kit and made the decision to become a working ambassador just off of that. So when you have that opportunity, allow everyone that opportunity and take a few minutes, call them and say, hey, did you get your success kit yet? Have you looked through it? Did you see this? Did you see that? And help them to kind of feel that emotion that comes with how amazing our company is. And those brochures are really nice. Hopefully you've all seen them. Okay, so compliance. His name is Chris Reid, R-E-I-D. And the poor guy had to come in front of all of us and speak. And he's an attorney, so he didn't want to speak in front of any of us. And obviously, compliance is not like a favorite thing. But he was awesome, and he was really, really nice. He's the vice president of compliance and legal. And essentially, he said the compliance's job is to protect each one of us. It's to protect our businesses. It's to protect this company. And that he is for all of us. He is against none of us. It is his job to keep us safe, and it is his job to keep us employed. And so that's why they're kind of tightening things up and making it more restrictive for a temporary period of time, because they want to make sure that the FDA does not come against Plexus in any way. And he gave some examples that I feel like I've seen before, and so they might have been in a video, but it was like Skechers, the shoe company Skechers, had made a claim that if you wore their shoes, your rear end was going to be reduced like 24%, and your thighs were going to be reduced 12%, and your calves were going to be reduced 10%, or something insane like that. But that was a commercial that they put on TV, an advertisement they put on their boxes. They were fined like $12 million for doing that. You can't make claims that can't be validated. And so it's just that whole idea, and I could give you more examples, but it's the whole idea that we can't just say things off the cuff, whether they're true or not. If they can't be validated, proven, then they can't be said. And so that's kind of, you've probably seen my videos on compliance. If you haven't, please go back. There are 2 of them. Please go watch them. Make sure your new ambassadors watch them. But it's really important that we stay compliant, because we don't personally want to be fined, obviously, and the company does not want to be fined for off-the-cuff, kind of ridiculous or not sustainable, substantiated claims. So I hope that makes sense. And he gave us a list of examples of famous companies, Kellogg's, Skechers, and others, who had made these claims that later the FDA said, you can't say that. You can't validate that. And so you owe us huge amounts of money. With that, they are doing clinical studies right now on the triplex and on other product combinations. And so the clinical studies are being done right now with many people, and say for the triplex, they have this huge group that is, some are taking the triplex, some are taking a placebo, so they think they're taking the triplex, and then they're going to see which group ends up with weight loss and what other things happen with the 2 groups. That's huge. From that clinical study, they'll be able to make a disclaimer that says the average person on the triplex loses X amount of weight. The average person loses X amount of inches. And then we'll be able to have those disclaimers to go along with our product. So if we're sharing about someone who lost 25 pounds on the triplex, we'll be able to put at the bottom, the average person loses 3 pounds a month on the triplex, or whatever it is. I just made that up. And then you'll be able to share that testimony, share that before and after with the disclaimer, and we will be back good to go, because we will have scientific clinical data to back up our claims. Does that make sense? I hope it does. It's coming. And that's the really, really, really good news, is that it is coming. He said for now, when you're posting on Facebook and you want to do testimonies, how you feel, you want to post about general health, a healthy lifestyle, diet and exercise, and weight management. So those are the ways that you can post and still say, hey, my pink drink helps me to work out. I finally have the energy to work out. I finally enjoy eating healthier foods. anything that relates to general health, living a healthy lifestyle, diet and exercise, and weight management. Now notice I did not say weight loss. I said weight management. So it's just a changing of the words where we're now saying this is going to help you to maintain a healthy weight. People can infer from that, well, I'm not a healthy weight. It's going to help me to get there, but we're not actually going to say at this moment that it's going to help you to lose weight. It's going to help you to maintain a healthy weight. The weight loss part is coming. Pam wants to know if the Success Kit will be available to older ambassadors who were not able to attend Super Saturday. My understanding is it will be at convention, and then later it will be in our back office for like $17, $16, something like that. So yes, it is coming. I think they're holding off until we go to convention, and then they're going to offer them there first, and then after convention on our back office. Okay, what else do I want to tell you? So they're doing multiple clinical studies. The triplex is the first one they're working on. We're going to have a page in our back office where we're going to have access to all the disclaimers and disclosures that they create. So you're just going to be able to go to one place and see the weight loss, the financial, the triplex, the block, the whatever disclaimers, just bam, 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 all on one page, which will be great. Because then you know if you're talking about somebody who took Slim and Block, you need the Slim Block disclosure versus a triplex. You need a triplex disclosure, whatever. And they hope to have the triplex clinical study done soon. I'm thinking end of summer is soon-ish of what they're speaking to, into the beginning of fall. And they hope to have all the rest of them done before 2016 is over. But the triplex is the one they're pushing to get done the first, the fastest. So that is when they plan to have that. Let me see what else I want to tell you about all this. I told you March was the biggest sales month. In 2015, we had $380 million in sales. They expect to have over $500 million in 2016. Oh, and I wanted to show you real fast that I was just thinking of whether I'm going to, Tristan, I'm not sure that she's still going to be able to see you when I share my screen. So unmute yourself if she can't see you and let me know, and I'll unshare. So in our back office or on our website, we have a bunch of different sections. Under the weight management, under the block, and under the combos, all of those, the wording has been changed. And so all the wording under those three are now legally exactly how compliance is going to want it. And we don't have to worry about using wording that they don't want us to use. Now they're going to go through in the next week and do all the rest. But whatever you see for wording under these combinations, all of this wording is exactly what you can say. It is compliant in any post. So you can go through everything under weight management, block, and the combos, and every single word you see in there, if it'll go, now it's jammed up. Every word you see in there is compliant, and it's exactly what you can say. So you can say promotes digestive health, promotes a healthy immune system. Whatever it says here helps clean the intestinal tract. You can say all of that. That is compliant to say. So just so you know, when you kind of go, oh, I don't know what I can say, we can say all of that. So, all right, last thing I want to talk to you all about tonight is your why. And so with your why, they talked about the fact that you have to have a why that really moves you to tears. And a lot of people can't figure that out right away. And the reason is you think, well, I need to make $200 or I need to make $500. That doesn't make me like emotional, gut-wrenching, whatever. But really, you have to think past that. And as much as this is to help you with your why, it's even more important when you're helping your new ambassadors with their why. And so the why is, why am I doing Plexus? Why do I get up every morning and help people? Why do I deal with the shipping issues that we have? Why am I willing to keep going through this day after day? And that, you have to dig deep and figure out what that is. So you might start by saying, well, I need $500 a month. You would ask somebody or ask yourself, why do you need that money? It might be, well, I want to send my kids to private school. Okay, that's great. But then you ask again, why do you want to send your kids to private school? There has to be something that's emotionally driven behind all of your reasoning. And so it might be something like, for Sarah Marble, who spoke about this, she said, my son was being bullied and was miserable and hated going to public school. And so he would come home crying every single day. And it was breaking my heart. And I thought, I've got to make $500 a month so I can pay for him to go to private school so he is not bullied anymore and he gets the care and the attention that he needs and deserves. Do you see how that's so different than I need $500 a month? It's got, heart to it. It's sad. It's gut-wrenching. And she was crying. It's like 6 years ago, y'all. She is crying standing in front of us because that still moved her to tears with the whole reason she started this business. And so every one of us has to think for ourselves and help our team to see, why are you doing this? Is it literally because you were so sick that you could barely get out of bed and your kids would cry because you were never around and never playing with them? Is it because you have a special needs child who is going to need care for the rest of his or her life, and this is the way that you're going to have the financial freedom you need? I mean, every single one of us has a gut-wrenching something deep that pulls at us, whether it's our grandkids or our children or our spouse that's working a horrible job and working 80 hours a week and never home and we're never together. There's something there that makes you go, oh my gosh, I have to do this. And that's your why. And you have to figure that out for yourself, and you have to help your teammates to figure that out, because when it gets hard and when it gets frustrating, that why is going to be what pulls you and says, no, I can do this another day. No, I might have missed that promotion by 5 points, but I'm going to keep at this. I might have had 3 people quit this month, but I'm not stopping because I have that kid who is being bullied. I have that child who needs help, whatever it is. And for those of you who have been in the business for a while, your why should change. Because, for instance, for me, I started just wanting to make enough money to cover my products because I'm cheap and I wasn't willing to spend family budget. And then I did that. And then it was like, wow, okay, maybe this could help with my special needs son and getting some respite care for him because our insurance doesn't cover that. And then I did that. And then I was like, okay, maybe I'd be able to quit my job and be able to spend more time with my children. And now I'm at a place where I'm thinking outside of my family and outside of myself and saying, what if I can fund adoptions for other people? If you don't know, I have 4 adopted children. And so now it's gone beyond, how can I help my family? I've done that. And now it's, how many more kids can I help get home to families? And seriously, like, that kind of stuff can make me cry. So we're not going to talk about that anymore. But you have to find what it is that like moves you to tears, because that's what's going to keep you driven in this company. And so I would suggest that everyone write down your why and look at it every day. Pin it up on a wall in your office, put it on your phone, put it on your computer, put it somewhere that you're going to see it every day. And as you progress in this company, never stop changing that why. Don't meet a goal and then not make the next goal. Always meet your goal and then make that next goal. If you've never shared your why with someone, share it with your upline, share it with me, post a video for a 2-minute video on your Facebook page. mean, get vulnerable a little bit and share with people, why are you so passionate about Plexus? What is it doing for you? How is it going to change your life? How do you want to change others' lives through this business and these products? You'll be amazed how much more connected you will feel to this business and how much more connected you will feel to this team when others see it. Post it on my wall, on my team page. I'd love to see your videos on my team page. You will feel more connected, and people will feel more connected to you as your friends see, why are you doing this? It's so much bigger than, a cute little pink drink and, some fun swag or whatever. So when Sarah Marble, like one of the elite diamonds in this company, is still crying over her why 5 or 6 years later, you know that like that is where it's at, and that can really change things for you. So I can't tell you enough. I mean, my week was incredible. I know you've heard me say it like 20 times, but I want the same for every single one of you. Every one of you can be a diamond or a jewel in this company. You just have to keep going every single day. Share the love of the pink drink. Share your enthusiasm of how much these products change lives, and only really great stuff is coming ahead of us. I am super excited. So glad all that shipping and website garbage is behind us, and we're moving into really great, exciting days. And I'm just really thrilled that you're all with me on this, and I'm so thankful and excited for all of you. So seriously, take like 20 minutes tonight, write down your why before you kind of forget that it was even something you were going to do. Do a 2-minute video, share it with somebody at some point. Don't be afraid. Be bold, share your why with someone, and it's going to change somebody's life. So thank you for joining me. Love y'all. Have a good night. Bye.